You know, it's bad. It's bad enough that Hollywood just cannot help themselves but to remake old things. Like very, they're very risk averse, not very creative. But it's another thing to make something that, again, people aren't gonna like. People won't like. That is if this is just some another goofy modern take on Romeo and Juliet, because there's been that before. Like, I remember watching the the original play. I don't know if it's the original or the an older movie of Romeo and Juliet, the authentic. But then there was one where Romeo and Juliet were like in the 1800s California gang type shit, and they were gang bangers as opposed to two completely different like kingdoms that just liked each other. But it's fascinating that, yeah, again, they got Tom Holland, who's a legitimately good actor, and God knows who she is. I mean, what are they hoping to sell? What premise are they hoping to sell this movie off of? Like, what's the point? Like, what are they adding to entertainment? Because again, this is a remake of a remake of a remake of a fucking play that, I don't know, maybe your great 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 grandfather probably seen back when people were dying of the bubonic plague. But it's not. There's no actual way to translate it into today's uh, atmosphere. Like, I mean, what would be holding them back? You know, social stereotypes. I mean, sure, if you're gonna current day it, but so many other movies and remakes are current dayed that this is nothing new, right? This isn't anything we haven't seen before. This tactic has been used so many times that people are just desensitized to it. The Jamie Lloyd Company today announced the full cast for the upcoming West End production of Romeo and Juliet, with newcomer, don't know who the hell she is, confirmed as Juliet opposite Tom Holland. Also starring in the anticipated whatever the fuck directed show will be Freema, whatever the hell, Michael Bloomgun, Frere, Timothy Etchen, Couplet, Mia, whatever the hell. I don't care about all the names. Romeo and Juliet opens at the Duke of York's Theatre on Thursday, May 23rd, with previews from Saturday, May 11th, and runs until Saturday, August 3rd. So wait, this shit's probably already out. Holy fuck. Whoever the hell that woman is previously appeared in 2 seasons of BBC's series Bad Education and 3 short films. She has stage experience in production at the Global and Lyre Hammersmith's Hammersmith, among other venues. The Daily Mail has speculated on her casting in recent weeks. Holland said today, "Beyond excited to announce our cast for Romeo and Juliet. I can't wait to get started, and I know we'll create something really special together." I mean, he's saying the things that he's supposed to, I suppose. Rivers added, "I'm so grateful to be making my own West End debut as Juliet with the Jamie Lloyd Company. It's a dream to be joining this team of incredible artists. with Jamie at the helm. I'm excited to being a fresh energy to this story alongside Tom, and to welcome new audience to the theater. Yeah, I mean, fresh new again. It is such an old fucking play. Why? I mean, oh yeah, do you know that Romeo and Juliet is underage canonically? Like, if you go by the play, right? They're canonically underage. Now, I doubt they're not going to dabble into that. They better fucking not. But Jamie Malone would comment on various signs of blah 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 blah. And that's just about it. Again, you know, what is this face though? And Tom Holland looking goofy. Comments. These are the only two they could find. Apparent fucking lead. No, I swear to God, they're just reaching their hand. Like, again, for some reason, they're reaching their hand in and being like, oh yeah, let's have just these two. Tom Holland, which is world renowned, and then just some random goofy woman. How is it not Leo Waddall from day one? What? What's with all the bitter comments? Blame me. You should start checking IP's deadline. I don't know what the fuck. Thanks, Karen. Karen. And then the actual fucking Karen. Please stop using Karen. It's a very harmful when that is your name you were born with and you aren't a horrible person. See, there's probably more entertainment from this fucking comment section than there'll ever be from the movie. Like, why do, and again, people, there's this thing called entertainment fatigue or consumer fatigue, right? And it's when Hollywood milks settings to death to the point where people are like, okay, can you please try something new? Like, when Star Wars came out, the fad was sci-fi, and it was milked to death. Then there's a lot of, like, shooters, right? There's a lot of, like, movies where you had, like, Rambo or RoboCop or Judge Dredd or Demolition Man. You had these, like, odd dystopian movies, and that was done to death. You had superhero movies, but then after a bit, like, now they're done to death. And we're hitting this, like, remake everything, remaster everything, how we can do better because we're morally superior than what came from the past. It's a very odd trend, right? And this has also happened to singular products, but it mainly has to do with entertainment. Okay. Okay, Karen. Please stop using Karen. It's harmful when that is your name. Isn't Romeo like 15 who wants a 30-something teen heartthrob? Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. They're underage. And I think in the play, like, the very old play, Romeo and Juliet shagged, right? They had sex despite being underage, or at least they did in one of the shows we've seen. And also in one of those, like, 1800s plays, Juliet was played by a boy because apparently women weren't allowed to play in plays. So, yeah, when that scene popped up, and I watched this in, what was it? High school? Or was it middle school? Like the teacher didn't tell our English teacher didn't tell us, but I think it was towards the when I was my later years in high school. One of our science teachers told us, "Yeah, Juliet was played by a dude, a fucking whole ass dude." It was like, bruh. Tom Holland is 27, not 30 something, and Shaky never says how old Romeo is. It's like he's sub 20, but the spare what was 20. I'm not arguing. The point is, it's why remake something that again, unless they're going to current day because they have to do that because it takes little or no effort. Well, what is it? The patriarchy that's going to keep them apart, gender norms, racism. I mean, you could just make a completely different love story that takes place in, I don't know, cyberpunk. I don't fucking know. It's fucking Cyberpunk 2077 Romeo and Juliet. That'd be goofy, but at least be different. I mean, if you want so hard to make Romeo and Juliet, there was this odd time when they were making like adult versions of like what was it like old animation made in movies. Like you had Peter Pan, which was the original, but then you had Pan, which was I think that was the goofy fucking realistic movie. But then you had Neverland, which was very dark and very adult. And it was actually pretty fucking good. Like, I mean, it was very good. I think they released that movie in parts, but I wish they would do more of that. Like, take on a Romeo and Juliet and just throw it in another universe. But now I'm just brainstorming. How would they do it? I don't know. Because I can't make something new. They might as well just make the remake something different. But anyway, that's all I gotta say about this. Peace.